Taurus 7, a woman of Samaria. Now this Samaritan woman was surprised when a Jew, Jesus, spoke to her and asked her for some water when she was there with the well and had a bucket and everything. He wanted a drink, and she said, "Well, what are you doing talking to me? I'm a Samaritan. Jews don't talk to Samaritans." And he started to explain to her who he was. And she knew something of this, it turns out. She had come to understand and believe and have faith to expect a Messiah. And in the end of their conversation, he revealed to her that he was that Messiah. And he didn't do that very often. There's very few people that actually got to be told of his divinity. He knew that she was an immoral woman. She'd had 5 blokes, and in those days that was considered really too many. And she was admitting that to him. She said, "Look, I don't have a husband. I'm not like that. I got all these men." And because she was sincere and honest about what she was and who she was, that sincerity touched Jesus enough for him to reveal the truth of himself to her, as she has revealed the truth of herself to him. So that's the story. That's why the woman of Samaria is the title. And the general understanding is that we have breakthroughs of spiritual understandings. This moment was life-changing for her. From then on, she gave up her immoral ways and took on the teachings. And the teachings were basically these. With Christ consciousness, the water that you drink, metaphorically, is spirit. And you become spiritual. You feel yourself to have spirit within you, and you can deal with things, whatever comes up. Whereas if you just drink water and you don't understand the spiritual sacred significance of what you've just done, then you just continue wanting to drink more water. Metaphor, In other words, unless we have this spiritual breakthrough, and now we're talking about our real lives, you and me, unless we go through this experience of understanding that spirit is real, and it's as real as water, and perhaps more so, because the physical body just dies off, but the spirit within us doesn't. This is just the blink of an eye in the eternal life of spirit. And yet we give it so much attention as though it's the only reality that matters. Whereas in fact it's just a dream that we're having. A long one, it seems like, because we're in it. But when we die, it's going to seem like a blink of an eye. What's really important is for us to have this spiritual breakthrough during this lifetime. Tremendous benefit is to be achieved if we manage to do that. Most people go around dealing with their emotional neediness in a way which is immoral. Not immoral by society standards necessarily, and I don't think that matters very much, but immoral according to their own standards. They sleep around, they drink too much, they do drugs in today's world, and all of that is just pleasure-based. None of that actually touches the spirit. That's what keeps us away from spirit. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't enjoy sexual pleasures or drink or drugs or whatever now and again, a little bit, just to sort of, try everything that you can for life experience. Why not? I don't see the problem. But when it becomes what you do instead of facing your emotions, then yeah, that's not okay. You have to be real. And if you don't accept the feelings that you've got, which are your feelings, and you're denying them, then you're not being real. And what we're taught here is that being honest about your imperfections and your immoralities and so on in the presence of Christ consciousness is enough for you to actually grow on a spiritual level. And then you'll find less appetite for the things of pleasure. Maybe some continue, but maybe enjoyed then as a spiritual experience almost. If you have a little pleasure infrequently, it's not the same as if you have it all the time. It's very different indeed. The body registers pleasure as a spiritual experience, providing it is not a habit. So we're looking all the time for opportunities to go through this spiritual breakthrough. And we can progress and gently go up and up and up, being a little bit more knowledgeable and wise and kind and perhaps even humble. But there's some times when we just crash up a level, we accelerate so fast that it seems like a dimensional shift, a quantum shift in consciousness occurs almost overnight. And usually it's to do with whom we've met or what we've done. There's usually an event tied with it. Particularly if you go on spiritual retreat, you're very much more likely then to have a spiritual breakthrough. And from then on, you're a different person, really. You most certainly will have different appetites, different desires, different behaviors, different thoughts. It amounts to being a different person. And you need to grasp that. You need to hold on to that and make it who you are. You can slip back if you're not careful. So be careful. Celebrate your newfound spiritual understandings as you get them. And even if it's not a major lift, grab the minor ones. Look around for evidence that spirit is in your life and focus your attention on that. If you will only do this one thing, then you'll move forward towards realization. And that one thing is to train yourself in every situation, in every moment, just to give your attention to the most spiritual aspect of that situation. And that's what the woman of Samaria did. She gave her full attention to Jesus and recognized that she herself was imperfect, and she had to come to terms with that, as we all must do for ourselves. And in the presence of Christ consciousness, a healing occurs. So how do we put ourselves in the presence of Christ consciousness? It's quite simple. We focus our attention on the most spiritual, most sacred part of every single scenario we're in. That's how we do it. And that moves us to what? Towards something a little bit more so. And then we focus on the most spiritual aspect of that. And that moves us towards something a little bit more so, even more so, and so on. And we just walk in the direction that we're being called. Here I am, here's spirit, come this way, and we just come that way. And that is bound to lead us towards more and more awareness of what we are as spiritual beings, soul realization.